Straight ahead on 12 News, preventing costly home repairs. What to do now to get your home ready for winter. Plus, Robbinsdale police spent extra time pulling people over, but it wasn't all bad news for the drivers. But first, too many sex offenders in Brooklyn Center. Hear what city officials have to say on the issue. 12 News starts right now. Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us. Brooklyn Center officials say too many Level 3 sex offenders live within city limits.
The city is home to 6 Level 3 sex offenders, with the possibility of 2 more on the way. As Delane Cleveland reports, Brooklyn Center is hoping new rules will reverse the trend.
At first glance, there's nothing significant about this Brooklyn Center neighborhood near 64th and Brooklyn Drive. But just last week, police officials notified neighbors that this area is now home to Level 3 sex offender Richard Douglas.
It has been determined that these are the individuals who are most likely to re-offend if given the opportunity.
According to City Manager Kurt Bogany, Brooklyn Center has 6 Level 3 offenders. That gives the city the second highest concentration in the county per capita to Minneapolis.
There are numerous cities in Hennepin County where there's not a single POR. And we think that that is inconsistent with what the statute requires.
At Monday night's city council meeting,
the county and the Minnesota Department of Corrections has not dealt with us fairly and equitably.
Elected officials voiced their displeasure.
It just feels to me that Brooklyn Center and by association Brooklyn Park seem to be where the problem children go for the metro area. And I am very deeply concerned over that.
To address those concerns, the council passed a 180-day moratorium that prevents Level 3 offenders from living within 2,000 feet of a school, park, or place where children congregate. The resolution also put a temporary stop to new rental licenses for single-family homes.
It feels good to be able to take control of this situation because it was so far out of our control.
Now, the city hopes this temporary fix will lead to a more permanent solution that reduces the concentration of predatory offenders.
The concentration that has occurred needs to be mitigated over time.
Over the next 6 months, Brooklyn Center officials will study whether to establish limitations on how many single-family homes in a neighborhood can be converted to rental properties. And in the next 30 to 90 days, the city wants to approve an ordinance that regulates how far a predatory offender can live from a school or park. Mike.
All right, Delane, thank you. A lawsuit claiming age discrimination against Golden Valley-based General Mills will move forward in court. A judge allowed the suit by 33 plaintiffs to be heard in court instead of through individual arbitration. The suit claims General Mills disproportionately let go older workers during cost-cutting moves that started in 2012. Court documents show the plaintiffs averaged 52 years in age and had been with the company for an average of 20 years.
Robbinsdale City Hall is back open after being shut down Wednesday morning due to a suspicious vehicle. Robbinsdale police and the Hopkins hazmat team responded after a City Hall employee noticed the vehicle in the parking lot with a sign on the window. Authorities found a chemically induced suicide inside the vehicle. City Hall was closed for about an hour and a half. Another troubling situation led to traffic backups for miles on Highway 100 Wednesday morning. Southbound Highway 100, for instance, was backed up from Edina all the way to Robbinsdale. Some motorists were stuck on the highway for more than an hour. The incident was caused by a person threatening to jump off the Excelsior Boulevard Bridge. First responders were able to bring the woman to safety. A place for Liberian immigrants to get questions answered and pick up important documents is now open in Brooklyn Park.
Liberian Consulate recently opened, and there's a good reason. It's located in Brooklyn Park.
The train, they're going to be one of the hubs right here. So we thought that putting the consulate in an area where it is accessible to the community would be the best thing to do.
The office is located off County Road 81 and Lakeland Avenue. The northwest suburbs have one of the largest Liberian populations in the country. And the Liberian Consulate will be able to handle passports, visas, trade documents, and immigration issues.
One of our basic functions is to protect Liberian citizens here in terms of making sure that if a Liberian is arrested, due process is given them.
The office can't issue passports or visas just yet. The Liberian government still has to commission the consulate. State Department and Interpol also has to give approval.
A company that constructs commercial buildings is building itself a home in downtown Osseo. Osseo city leaders gathered to break ground on a new headquarters for the Rochon Corporation. Rochon is currently leasing space in Plymouth. The company built the Hindu temple in Maple Grove and did the renovation at Plymouth Middle School. For the city of Osseo, getting a major office development like this one is a big deal, especially at the corner of First Avenue and 2nd Street.
It's a quality company that we wanted to have here in town. So we're able to kind of look at this site, which has been, EDA owned, city owned for a number of years, not creating any revenue for the city, and being able to pull a quality company like this and build an office and make their home. It's, a great day for us.
Rochon will move into the new Osseo space in June.
Robbinsdale police want to make sure drivers are yielding to pedestrians and people on bicycles. And today they conducted a 4-hour traffic safety study concentrating on hotspots like Shoreline Drive around Crystal Lake and Victory Memorial Parkway. 39 vehicles were stopped. 2 drivers were given citations for failing to yield to pedestrians in a crosswalk. 1 person was actually arrested for a suspended license, but it wasn't all bad news.
I'm just going to tell you, you're not being detained for any reasons. Actually, this will probably be the strangest traffic stop you'll ever be on. And we're going to give you a $25 gas gift card.
Oh, hey, that's wonderful.
Saw you back there, stop.
Officers handed out 24 gasoline gift cards to drivers who obeyed traffic laws that involve bicyclists and pedestrians.
An Osseo sporting goods and screen printing business is paying tribute to former Minnesota Timberwolves coach Flip Saunders. The Sota shop has designed and is printing these 4 Flip t-shirts. The 60-year-old Saunders passed away on Sunday after being diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma. 100% of the t-shirt sales will benefit the Lymphoma Research Foundation. Coming up, snowflake sightings in the Northwest Metro. We will have some tips to get your home ready for winter.
And then later in sports, opening night for volleyball playoff action. We'll have the highlights, including Armstrong versus Cooper and Osseo versus Park Center.
But first, more chilly temperatures on Thursday, but there is a warm-up in sight. Welcome back. In case you were wondering, those were snowflakes we saw today, and the Farmer's Almanac predicts it'll be a very snowy winter for the Midwest.
And if that snow melts and turns into ice dams on your house, you might be in for a very expensive spring. Today in Money Savers, reporter Shannon Sladden shows us what you can do to your home now to prevent costly repairs later.
On a day like today, it's not hard to realize winter is around the corner. Braving the drizzle and doing simple repairs to your home now can protect it in the months ahead. We spoke with Jeff Menke of Gutter Helmet to find out what you should be doing to winterize your home.
You want to make sure these are in good working condition. We want to get that water far enough away from the house.
Jeff says to take a walk around your house to see where water could get in.
We want to make sure that the downspout extensions are far enough away from the house so we get the water diverted that prevents water from getting in the basement.
This is one of the busiest times of year for the Gutter Helmet Company.
If you don't keep those leaves and debris out and get those out in the fall, when the spring thaw comes, there's no way for the moisture that is going into the gutters to flow away from the house, and then it'll just simply overflow, and a lot of times that'll enter the basement and cause some real problems.
As you are inspecting your home, check vents and any spaces where water or something else could get in.
When things start to get cold, critters are always looking for a place to go, whether it's mice or rodents. So you want to do is walk around your house and maybe inspect your vents or any entry points. Now this one has some good caulking around here. Make sure that's all sealed up properly, because the smallest of openings will allow a mouse to get in your house.
You also want to keep vents from being clogged with dust or debris.
Keep those brushing clean, because what that does is it allows the house to breathe. And if the house isn't breathing correctly and letting that airflow in, it can develop some ice dams on the roof line.
And finally, look up. Check out your roof for any damages caused by a summer storm.
We're talking about the roof, things you want to look for when you're walking around the house is maybe inspect your shingles from a standpoint of curling shingles, cracked shingles, torn shingles. Those are areas where it can be prevalent, where water can certainly enter.
If you want more information, the Minnesota Department of Public Safety has a winter hazard awareness sheet for your home. We've put a link to it on our website, 12.tv. For Money Savers, Shannon Slatton, 12 News.
All right, thank you. Coming up, a colorful reminder about setting our clocks back this weekend.
But first, the Wayzata girls soccer team gets set for its state tournament opener. John Jacobson has a preview up next.
The Wayzata girls soccer team is back in the state tournament after a 2-year hiatus and are prepping for a familiar opponent in the quarterfinals. The Trojans worked out in the rain Tuesday night. The team added a lot of new players this fall, but they've come together well. Wayzata will face Lake Conference rival Eden Prairie in the first round. And for Coach Tony Pesnicker, it's not an ideal matchup, to say the least.
Personally, I would rather have anybody else, because this is the third time we've played them. And, that comes with, in our conference, and they're both good teams, and it's difficult to play that third game. You know each other pretty well, so it really comes down to, is there any change of tactics? Can the players follow through with what those tactics are?
Wayzata benefits from a well-rounded offense this season. Junior Morgan Turner leads the team in goals, but the Trojans try to make it hard for defenses to key on one player.
We had a lot of new forwards coming in, and our team chemistry this year is great. So it was really good for us. We found a lot of ways to work the ball around and for our forwards to play together really well. And so our offense has been really good this year because we've had such good team chemistry.
Wayzata and Eden Prairie meet Thursday night at 7:30 at Chisago Lakes High School. The section volleyball playoffs are underway. In Section 6-3A, a good-sized crowd came to Armstrong as the Falcons face district rival Cooper in the first round. Armstrong's Kelsey Ripberger sets the ball outside to Audrey Schumacher for the kill. Armstrong leads 11-4 in the first set. Chloe Kalberger bumps it over to freshman Lauren Clark. Showed a lot of power on that hit. Armstrong wins the first set 25-10. Cooper plays much better in the second set. Kylie Christensen to Raina Dixon for the kill to put the Hawks ahead 8-6. Dixon rips an ace here for Cooper as they go ahead 15-7, and it looks like they might win this set. But Armstrong rallies. Ripberger with a back set to Olivia Heck for a kill, tying the score at 22-all. Up 25-24, Clark delivers a kill for Armstrong to win the second set 26-24. Armstrong goes on to sweep Cooper. The Falcons play second-seeded Hopkins Thursday. In Section 5-3A volleyball, two district rival schools also met up in first-round action. 12-seed Park Center visiting number 5 Osseo. Osseo's on the right, and they get off to a good start. Lane Ruska to Tina Bowe for the hammer in the middle. It's 6-1 Orioles in the first set. Off the tough Osseo serve, Park Center gets the offense going. Tiona Terry's hit is down for a point as the Pirates try to fight back. But Osseo stays in control with some strong serving. Bree Leininger delivering an ace serve here. The Orioles fans get plenty to cheer about in a 25-12 win. Second set, nice dig by Katrina Chen. Leads to a strong hit for Kylie Cox for Park Center. Pirates stay closer in this one. They trail 12-7. But Osseo's never really threatened. They go right side to freshman Kate Achenbach for the hit and a point. 16-10 Osseo. And Kelly Hour to Ellie Hoyt and Maddie Schopeister for the hit off the block. The Orioles sweep the Pirates. They'll play Blaine in the quarterfinals on Thursday. Also in Section 5-3A, 6-seed Maple Grove hosted Coon Rapids. First set, Allie Hinsey's serve off the tape and down for an ace to give Maple Grove an early 4-0 lead. Off the Coon Rapids serve, the Crimson quickly transitioned to offense. Lauren Bright with a kill. Maple Grove wins the first set 25-13. Second set, Lauren Bright again up for the block this time. Maple Grove taking an early 4-3 lead. Alyssa Peterson will pass to Paige Aspinwall, who sets the ball to Alexa Otto in the middle for a kill. Crimson score the final 8 points of the second set to win 25-13. The Crimson roll in the third set. Aspinwall to Alyssa Peterson for the attack and the kill. Maple Grove wins in 3. They'll play out third-seeded Delano on Thursday. We'll have highlights from state soccer, Park Center, and Breck coming up Thursday, starting at 4.
All right, thanks, John.
Thank you, John. In Local Vote 2015, we hear from 2 more candidates running for Golden Valley City Council.
6 people are in the running for 2 seats. They include Andy Schuler, who says he's a grassroots leader for third-party candidates, and Hattie Bonds, a former science teacher and public school administrator.
Hi, I'm Andy Schuler, candidate for City Council. Golden Valley is where I was born and raised, and it would be an honor to represent the past and future of our unique city. I attended St. Margaret Mary Church, Sonneson Elementary, Plymouth Middle School, Perpich Center for Arts Education, and the College of Visual Arts. Last year, my partner and I were fortunate enough to find the perfect home surrounded by awesome neighbors and a large family of highly opinionated turkeys. I'm humbled to be endorsed by the Ecology Democracy Party, who elected me as chairperson in 2011, the Legal Marijuana Now Party, and the Green Party. Visit voteschuler.org for more information. Thank you for your consideration. Thanks also to NWCT for giving us this opportunity to reach out.
Hi, I'm Hattie Bonds, and we've lived in Golden Valley for many years, and we love our community. It's so close to everything, and the neighbors are fabulous. The current city council and past ones have done a perfect job of planning and listening to allow our community to grow and yet maintain the quaintness of the community. Our police department is great and knows the community well. My neighbors encouraged me to run for city council. They said commitment and communication is a priority. Those are a couple of my strengths, so I decided to get involved. Some of my immediate issues are light rail transit, the environment, youth and children, and seniors, disabled people, and accountability of our government. I would appreciate your support on November 3rd. Vote for me, Hattie Bonds.
Still ahead, elementary students in Plymouth who will get a special ride to school.
We'll be right back.
Well, here's a colorful reminder to make sure our smoke alarms are working properly. Posters by Natalie Tran of Plymouth Creek Elementary and Kavia Narang of Kimberly Lane Elementary remind us to hear the beep where you sleep. They were the grand prize winners of Plymouth's Fire Prevention Poster Contest. They will each receive a $25 cash prize and a ride to school on a fire truck. That is so cool. Good posters.
Good message, too.
That's it for now. Thanks so much for joining us, everyone.
We leave you with a special concert at Cooper High School Tuesday as students get in the spirit of Halloween.